Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. I'm going to read a story out of this book here called The Scary States of America, 50 Weird and Terrifying Stories, one from each state based on true events, by Michael Teitelbaum. I'm going to see if I can achieve reading a story. I've had a cold for about 3 days, so I don't know how this is going to go. So you'll have to bear with me here just a little bit. All right, so the state I'm going to read about is Virginia, and the story is called The Hotel Down the Road. That doesn't sound scary. It's just a hotel down the road. It says, if you could travel back anywhere in time, where would you go? Ancient Rome? The Old West? Back to the time of the dinosaurs? I know I'd love to pop back to Roswell, New Mexico in 1947 and see what really crashed there. I thought about all the possibilities of time travel when I heard the tale of the DeVries family, who spent one very unusual night in a hotel just outside of Harrisonburg, Virginia. The DeVries daughter, Abby, emailed me the story. It says, I live in Virginia, and normally my parents like to go someplace cool on vacation, like Disney World or New York. Lately, money's been tight, so my mom decided we'd stay home this year and explore Virginia together, like one big happy family. Please. My dad packed the car and told me and my brother that we were just going to take off with no planned route. We're the kings of the road. Thanks, Dad, but I'd rather be queen of Madison Avenue. After a long day of driving with nothing to do and nothing to look at besides trees and fields, my parents finally decided to find a place to stay for the night. Maybe a hotel down the road? There's a motel, my dad said, pointing to a neon sign up ahead. Oh, honey, I know we're trying to save money on this trip, but I was really hoping for something a little nicer than some roadside hotel. Motel, sorry. My mom said, you know, like a bed and breakfast or a fancy old inn? No fussy frou-frou places, please, my brother Seth moaned. I'm beat, said Dad, who had been doing most of the driving. Let's just stay here tonight, and then we can try to find a fancier place tomorrow. Agreed? I just wanted to go to sleep, and so did my brother. So everyone agreed, and Dad pulled into the motel parking lot. When we got into the lobby, we were faced with no vacancy sign. Is there another place to stay nearby? Mom asked the guy behind the counter. I was checking out the clerk. In parentheses, no, not in that way. He was a weird-looking, short guy with thin, graying hair slicked back over his head. He had this crazy handlebar mustache twirled into a curl at each end. He also wore a formal uniform, dark blue with brass buttons, closed all the way up to his chin. There's the hotel down the road, the man said, smiling. The Harrison Hotel, not far from here. Could you call them and see if they have any rooms? Dad asked. Nope, I can't do that, the clerk replied, but I can tell you how to get there. I could tell that my mom was about to give the guy a hard time. I mean, please, after all, how hard would it have been for the clerk to make a phone call? But knowing Mom, she didn't want to start off the vacation with an argument. So she jotted down the directions and we left. Well, he was weird, Mom muttered as we pulled in onto the small road leading away from the motel. Not to mention rude. What was with that mustache? Seth asked. And that uniform, I added. He looked like a bellhop in an old black and white movie. As Mom read off the directions, which called for us to turn onto a small dirt road about a mile from the motel, we all noticed a thick fog rolling in. Dad flipped on his lights, but they barely cut through the dense white clouds hugging the road. After a short drive up a winding hill, a small, 3-story building came into view. "That's got to be it," Seth said. "I guess," Mom added, the disappointment obvious in her voice. The place looked very plain. Definitely not the grand hotel she had been hoping for. Grabbing our bags, we trudged up the walk, eager to get inside and out of the chill. A hand-painted sign above the front door said, "Harrison Hotel." Stepping into the lobby, we were amazed by the spectacle before us. It was like an early 1900s exhibit at Epcot. The lobby was completely paneled in wood. The furniture was upholstered in rich velvet and stood on wooden claw feet. Women strolled through the lobby in high-button blouses, long skirts, and lace-up boots, while the men wore shirt collars folded outside their jackets, with top hats on their heads. Please tell me these actors make good money for putting up with this stupid costume idea, I thought. "Yes, sir," the desk clerk said as we approached. This clerk was dressed in the same dark blue uniform with brass buttons as the guy at the motel. "We'd like 2 rooms for tonight, please," Dad said, shooting us a glance as he noticed the clerk's uniform. "One with the king and one with two twins." "2 rooms. Yes, certainly, sir," the man replied, pulling out 2 long, thin metal room keys attached to a round wooden pegs. "Rooms 312 and 314, 3rd floor. Fit for a king and his twins." Great," Dad replied, picking up a few of our bags. Which way to the elevator?" "Excuse me," the clerk said, looking puzzled. He pointed across the lobby. "The stairs are right over there." Guess they didn't have elevators back in the 1940s. Because he kind of sounded like... "I guess they don't have an elevator," Mom said, trying a little too hard to sound chipper. "Lovely," Seth grumbled, gathering up his luggage. We trudged up the 3 flights of rickety wooden stairs and found our rooms. The twin beds in both rooms were really short and covered in thick sheets topped by scratchy woolen blankets and no pillows. The wooden doors had no peepholes or chains, just simple metal locks. "Now I know why the other clerk couldn't call here," I said to Seth, starting to unpack my suitcase. There was no phone at the main desk. "Hey, there's no phone in our room," Mom said, sticking her head into our room. I don't think there's a phone anywhere in this place, Mom," Seth replied. "And no TV," I moaned. "Not even a radio. This is roughing it. We might as well be camping." "Looks like we're sharing a bathroom," Dad called from down the hall. "And it is as weird as everything else in this place." We made our way out into the hallway. The 4 of us peered into the one tiny bathroom on the 3rd floor. A tank full of water hung above the toilet, with exposed pipes running down to the bowl. All the other plumbing was visible as well, connected to the freestanding sink and claw-foot bathtub. There was no sign of a shower. "Well, you wanted someplace old, Mom," I said. "I'll see you guys in the morning." We headed to our rooms. To say I slept poorly would be a major understatement. I've spent more comfortable nights in wet sleeping bags outdoors. It was terrible. I wanted the night to be over, so I actually got up at 7 a.m. on a vacation. "I've got to get a picture of this room," said Seth as he finished getting dressed. "It's too weird." He pulled out his phone and took a shot of me standing next to the bed. Dad appeared in the doorway. "Great minds think alike, Seth," he boomed. "I just took a shot of Mom in our room, since no one will believe that we actually stayed in a place like this." I rolled my eyes. They were actually getting a kick out of this dump. "Where's my watch?" I asked, annoyed at Seth, and I finished packing. I thought I put it right here on the dresser." We searched the room, but had no luck finding my missing watch. "We'll tell the front desk and leave our address," Seth said. "They can mail it to us if they find it." No phone, no radio, no elevator. Let's hope they have stamps here, I said. They'll probably send it by Pony Express. Looking forward to some French toast or waffles, I tried my best to cheer up as we arrived downstairs for breakfast. I'd like fruit and yogurt, please, and decaf, Mom said to the host, who was dressed in a formal suit. I'm sorry, madam, the host replied. Today's breakfast is eggs with bacon. Your coffee will be out in a moment. Hello? What happened to choices? I'm a vegetarian, I complained. This sucks. The eggs were greasy, the bacon looked like it was swimming in fat, and the coffee, no, not decaf, was thick and bitter, with tiny grounds floating in the cup. After our disgusting breakfast, Dad went to pay the bill. He pulled out his credit card. That will be $6.25 for the 2 rooms and 4 breakfasts, the clerk said, staring in a confused manner at the rectangular piece of plastic in Dad's hand. Did I hear you right? Dad asked. $6.75? Yes, sir, the clerk replied. In that case, I'll pay, Dad, Seth said, waving some singles at the clerk. Of course, the clerk said. Well, say what you want, Dad said as we drove away from the hotel. You can't beat the price. We saved so much on this place, maybe we can splurge and stay tonight in a place with television. Ooh, how fancy would that be? I asked mockingly, still annoyed about my watch, my lack of sleep, and now my empty stomach. The fog began to lift as we retraced our route back to the main highway. Wait, Mom said when we reached the motel where we had first stopped. I want to go back in there and see what they know about the Harrison Hotel. As we pulled into the parking lot, the last of the fog vanished, and the sun broke through a bank of clouds. The 4 of us walked into the motel lobby. This time, the clerk was a teenage boy with a backward baseball cap and oversized t-shirt and baggy shorts. Where's the other clerk? Seth asked. The one with the mustache. Huh? The boy replied. No one with a stash works here, but we saw him last night, Mom insisted. My mom was working last night, the boy replied. It's just me, my mom, and my dad. No one else works here. What do you know about the hotel down the road? Dad asked. There's no hotel near there. Near here, the boy said. No hotel for 50 miles. Frustrated and confused, we slipped back into the car. You know we have to go back, Mom said. Let's go, Seth shouted. Can't we just go home? I groaned. Following the route we had taken the previous night, we soon reached the spot where the hotel had been. We looked at each other in disbelief. An empty, overgrown lot sat where 15 minutes earlier the Harrison Hotel had stood. Are you sure this is the spot? Mom asked. Positive, Dad replied. I marked the mileage. It's completely gone. We poked around the site and discussed what could have happened, but nothing made sense. Finally, we left and continued with our vacation, trying to put the weird incident out of our minds. About a week after we got home, Seth uploaded his phone's images onto our home computer. Hey, the weird hotel room shots messed up, Seth complained. What happened, Dad? What happened? Dad, can you give me your phone so we can upload the rest of the photos? He yelled down the hallway. My shot of the weird hotel didn't come out. We uploaded all Dad's images and clicked through them. How are they looking? Dad asked as he poked his head in the doorway. All of them are great, except the shot you took of Mom in the room at the weird hotel. Her image is there, but everything else in the picture is gone. Just a blurry swirl of color. Like the entire background has been erased, just like my shot of Abby. Seth quickly did a search on the web for Harrison Hotel, and up came a historical reference to an old hotel right in the area where we found it. The hotel had been torn down 85 years ago. 1 week later, an oddly wrapped package arrived in our mailbox. It was covered in waxy brown paper and tied with twine. The return address was that of the Harrison Hotel. Tearing open the package, I discovered my missing watch, with a note attached. The chambermaid found this while cleaning your room. We hope you enjoyed your stay. Please come again soon. Looking back at the package, I saw the postmark read August 17th, 1903. Whoa, that's a trip. Wow. Wouldn't that be weird? Wouldn't that be weird? They sent that missing watch while they were there in that time, in our time period, and then when the fog lifted, they disappeared. But they had sent it before they disappeared, so it was already. Oh, that would mean that the post workers would have had to pick up the mail. Huh. How would that work? They would have to... Huh. Because it would take 85 years for it to get to our time if they sent it from their time. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Anyway, it was interesting, huh? Okay, Virginia. The hotel down the road. All right, if you enjoy stories like this, you collect paranormal books, you collect them, get you a copy of this. The Scary States of America, 50 Weird and Terrifying Stories, one from each state, based on true events, by Michael Teitelbaum. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.